Hello guys, today in this video we are going to discuss about the novel Azadi written by Chaman Nihal. So guys, first of all introduction to the author. Chaman Nahal, commonly known as C. Nahal, was an Indian born writer of English literature. He was widely considered as one of the best exponents of Indian writing in English and is known for his work Azadi, which is set on India's independence and her partition. He is also known for his depiction of Mahatma Gandhi as a complex character with human failings. Now, guys, this is the introduction to the author, and now introduction to the novel Azadi. Azadi portrays beautifully the horror of partition, the colossal violence, and still haunts the Indian psyche. It concentrates on the exodus of millions of refugees from Pakistan and on the aftermath of the partition. The novel is very suitably divided in the three parts. Part 1, the lull; part 2, the storm; and part 3, the aftermath. Chaman Nahal's Azadi is a modern classic which reveals an inclusive revelation of life, signifying the chaos that partition played on the people of the country, both of the social and individual levels. It portrays the realistic historical documentation of the atrocious confrontations caused by the partition through literary perspective. As Chaman Nahal himself was a refugee, he writes with incredible ingress and realism. Therefore, he has written his own experience through the character of Lal Kashiram and his son Arun. The novel is about the Mum environment before the declaration of partition, the awful incidents caused by the partition, and rest circumstances of the refugees after the partition. Chaman Nahal in his novel did not try to criticize one religion against other. In this way, Nahal not only objectifies the personal experience but also presents a deliberate contamination of the historical with didactic and situational discursive elements. The novel has been given artistic unity and beauty by the three parts of by the three parts. The three separate parts are pregnant with profound symbolic meanings. The lexical meaning of lull is closely symmetrical to symbolic meaning conveys in the novel Azadi. The word lull signifies calm. This calm is mere depiction, deception because it has been associated with fear and doubts. In the section lull, the novelist has presented the life of Hindu minority living in the majority dominated Muslim in Sialkot. The part 2 storm is full of violence. This storm destroyed the life of every Hindu individual. In this part, the life of Hindu refugees suffered badly. They had to endure physical separation from their near and dear one. They were either killed or abducted. The anguish and pain had swept their life before reaching the Indian side, Dera Baba Nanak. In the Saxon aftermath, the novelist has depicted the ending sufferings and pains of Hindu refugees in Pakistan. They had to face corruption. They were humiliated by the people of India. These Hindu refugees lost everything in Pakistan except life. In India, these Hindus lost their prestige and honor, and three parts lull, storm, and aftermath are closely intertwined and they convey symbolic meaning attached with the main theme of the novel. So, guys, this is the introduction to the novel. Now, introduction to the characters of the novel. Guys, first of all, the most important character is Lala Kanshiram. Lala Kanshiram is the protagonist of the novel Ajadi. Lala Kanshiram was a well settled grain merchant in the city of Silkot in undivided India. He was a middle aged man running in his 50s. He attracts our attention because of his struggle against the odds of life. His character has tenacity to overcome a situation. He had to leave his business, property, and birthplace because of partition. Because of partition, he struggled throughout his life. Lalaji represents the minority Hindus of Pakistan who had to suffer a lot during the partition. He challenged the adverse situation and did not surrender to the difficulties of life. Now, second character is Prabha Rani. Prabha Rani, one of the most appealing female characters of the novel Ajadi, attracts attention because of her simplicity, truthfulness, sincerity, and devotion. She was the devoted wife of Lala Kanshiram. She was married to him at the age of 13. She was 2 years younger to her husband. Prabha Rani is a true embodiment of Indian womanhood. She was devoted wife. She remained truthful to her duty. She remained mentally disturbed and shocked for a long time when she heard the news of killing of her daughter Madhu and her husband. The third character is Arun. Arun was the only son of Lala Kanshiram and Prabharani. He was the college student in Sialkot. He fell in love with Nurul Nisar, the sister of Munir. He wanted to become Muslim for her. After leaving Sialkot because of partition, he began to love Chandani and wanted to marry her, but Chandani was kidnapped by Muslim raiders. Arun had to bear the loss of his sister Madhu also. Arun is a tragic character in the novel who seems struggling in the whole novel. Now, fourth, Chaudhry Barkat Ali. Chaudhry Barkat Ali. Chaudhry Barkat Ali was the true friend of Lala Kanshiram. He accepted Lala Kanshiram as his brother. They both belonged to the same village. Chaudhry Barkat Ali was influenced by Gandhiji. He became the follower of Gandhi. He helped in every way to Lala Kanshiram, but he failed to stop Lala Kanshiram in Pakistan. The same violence of Chaudhry Barkat Ali remained unheard by the communal Muslims of Sialkot. Because of partition, he lost his bosom friend Lala Kanshiram. Now, fifth is Captain Rahmat Ullah Khan. He was the captain of Pakistani army. He was posted as camp commandant of Salkot refugee camp. He was an old classmate of Arun at Murray's College. He was infatuated by the physical beauty of Sunandabala. His infatuation for Sunandabala proved fatal to him. Only to dishonor a Hindu woman, he had come from Salkot to Narowal and subsequently lost his life. Arun killed him to establish the goodness on this earth. Sixth one is Inspector Inayat Ullah Khan. Inayat Ullah Khan was the city inspector of Salkot. He was serving in the city of Salkot for the last 30 years. He was known to Lala Kanshi Ram. He had soft corner for the volunteers of the Muslim League. Inayatullah Khan displayed his authority. He abused his power by passing an order to Sikh constables and junior Sikh officers to break the gate of Hindu Mohalla. Nurur Nisar, the seventh one. She was the daughter of Barkat Ali and sister of Munir. Arun fell in love with her when she also got admission in the same college where Arun and Munir studied. She seriously loved Arun and wanted to marry him, but she had no courage to go against the system. She asked Arun to live in Salkot for her, but Arun went away with his parents. She called Arun a meek and coward Hindu. She wept bitterly when Madhu was killed by rioters. Now, Munir. Munir was the friend of Arun and son of Chaudhry Barkat Ali. Both Arun and Munir were childhood friends. After the school, they studied in the same college. Munir was a progressive and liberal Muslim boy. Arun wanted to become Muslim for Noor, but Munir disliked this idea of Arun. In the novel, he seems like an ideal young Muslim. Owing to partition, both the friends became separate forever. Munir remained in Pakistan and Arun went to India. Now, Madhubala. Madhubala was elder sister of Arun and daughter of Lala Kanshiram. He passed 10th class from Arya Samaj School. She did not study further. She was the first friend of Arun. She was married to a clerk of Wazirabad. She could not bear a child, so they adopted the child of a close relative. When Madhu was coming with her husband from Wazirabad to Salkot, Muslim rioters killed them. Kanshi Ram and Arun could not get her dead body. Her death made Kanshi Ram, Prabharani and Arun shocked for a long time. Now, Sunanda Bala. Sunanda Bala, the daughter-in-law of Bibi Amarvati. Sunanda Bala belonged to aristocratic Brahmin family from Jammu. She was the rare beauty. When they were living in refugee camp, the Pakistani army captain Rashmat Ullah Khan became mad to see her beauty. He kidnapped her and tried to rape her, but she was saved by Arun. Her husband Suraj Prakash was killed by Muslim rioters. Now guys, Bibi Amarvati. Bibi Amarvati was the owner of two big buildings in Sialkot, in which many Hindu and Sikh tenants lived, but she had to leave her property because of partition. She had to adjust with Lala Kanshiram in Delhi. Kingsway refugee camp at Airport Road. Her husband remained in Pakistan and adopted Muslim religion. Now Chandni. A maid servant Padmini worked in the house of Lala Kanshiram. Her daughter was Chandni, 2 years younger than Arun. She had dark complexion but attractive face. Her losing nerve, Arun paid his attention to Chandni and fell in love with her. He wanted to marry Chandni, but Muslim writers kidnapped her. Arun tried to find her but could not find anything about her. Now, guys, Padmini. Padmini was a poor woman who earned her livelihood as domestic servant and her age was nearly 40. Padmini was a strikingly graceful woman. She was the tenant of Amarvati. Chandni was her only daughter who was later kidnapped by the Muslim writers. They mainly performed their duties in the house of Bibi Amarvati and Lala Kanshiram. Padmini remained in Amritsar to find her daughter. Now, Ishar Kaur. Ishar Kaur was a Sikh woman and her age was 23. Ishar Kaur was married to Sardar Niranjan Singh. She was also one of the tenants of Bibi Amarvati. She had grown up in the rented house of Bibi Amarvati. After her marriage, she continued to live in the same building along with her husband. While going to Delhi from Pakistan, she had delivered a girl child in the train. Her husband had killed himself by burning in the oppose of hair and beard cutting. Now, Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani was the neighbor shopkeeper of Lala Kanshiram. Lala Kanshiram had helped him in various ways. Whenever he needed money, he asked Lala Kanshiram for help, but Abdul Ghani proved to be the worst ever creature. He was such a devil character. He got pleasure at the death of Lala Kanshiram's daughter Madhubala. Now, guys, David Wilson. The novelist has presented the only one British character, Sergeant William Davidson. He was a British army officer posted in Sialkot. He was the friend of Munir and Arun. The British people were directed to remain neutral in the present political condition, but he helped the Hindu people to the refugee camp. He was a human first and he showed his humanity. Sardar Niranjan Singh. Now, guys, Sardar Niranjan Singh. He was the husband of Ishar Kaur. He was a strong fellow but strict to his principles. He was not ready to change his Sikh religion. He did not get his hair and beard cut to save his life in Pakistan. He burnt himself and sacrificed his life. He became martyr for Sikh religion. Now, guys, theme of the novel. Guys, Azadi portrays beautifully the horror of partition, as I told you before. The colossal violence that still haunts the Indian psyche. It concentrates on the exodus of millions of refugees from Pakistan and on the aftermath of the partition. The novel is very suitably divided into three parts. Part 1, The Lull, Part 2, The Storm, and Part 3, The Aftermath. Chaman Nihal Chaman Nahal's Azadi is a modern classic which reveals an inclusive revelation of life, signifying the chaos that partition played on the people of the country, both at the social and individual levels. It portrays the realistic historical documentation of the atrocious confrontations caused by the partition through literary perspective. As Chaman Nahal himself was a refugee, he writes with incredible grace and realism. Therefore, he has written his own experience through the character of Lala Kanshiram and his son Arun. The novel is about the Mum environment before the declaration of Pakistan, the awful incidents caused by the partition, and the wretched circumstances of the refugees after the partition. The masses are shown as the mere puppets in the hands of the clever, selfish, and power hungry politicians who exercised profound influence on the thoughts and deeds of man during those fateful days. Violence, the result of mad communal frenzy, had been has been objectively depicted. Azadi stresses how the middle, midst of man was spurred on to engage himself in the ghastly acts of violence. Even an ordinary tradesman, Abdul Ghani, was transformed into a Muslim leaguer. He, like millions of others, was misled by the crafty politicians hungry to grab power. The novel shrewdly unfolds the conspiracy of the partitions, but amidst the horrible scenes of inexplicable violence, it also indicates the rebirth of the and hope for the new guilt-free identity. The appalling misery must have meaning. The merciless killing of the stray dogs shows the cruelty of British soldiers. The reference to Jallianwala Bagh spotlights the inhuman acts of Britishers. Nahal points out satirically that the killing of dogs for their crime was an act of inhumanization, but in the changed times, the sergeants went only after the dogs. Lala Kansiram saw the precision of the British Raj in as small an act as the killing of the stray dog and felt that there indeed was no Raj like the Angrez Raj. As the above discussion shows, this novel mainly deals with the theme of partition. It is a realistic record of the horrible incidents caused by the partition. It is not less than any tragic novel. It should be also added that Chaman Nahal in his novel did not try to criticize one religion against other. In this way, Nahal not only objectifies the personal experience but also present a deliberate contamination on the historical with the didactic and situational discursive elements. Almost at the end of the novel, this fact had been clearly by him. He wrote in Delhi, Lala Kanshiram and others had to see the Muslim abducted women's parade. They felt bad. Soon they saw that a train of Muslim refugees was attacked and many Muslims were killed. Nehal, through his protagonist, gave his idea that he did not hate the Muslims because what they did in Pakistan with the Hindu, the Indians did the same with the Muslim in India. Chaman Nahal's Azadi delineates the psychological consequences of the partition. The novel focuses the attention of the readers how the ugly event caused havoc in the minds of the people and highlights the predicaments of the souls shattered by the unprecedented tragedy unprecedented tragedy. The novel makes a moderate attempt to diagnose the malady leading to the inhuman catastrophe. It criticizes vividly the Hindus and Muslim leaders responsible for the partition and the bloodshed that dazed everyone. So, guys, this is the introduction, theme, and summary of the beautiful novel Ajadi, written by Chaman Nahal. So, guys, you must read it out and enjoy it, and it's really heart touching novel, and I hope you will like it. Thank you.